Uh, what her name is? Misty. Misty. Yeah, Misty. You know what I'm saying? What we got with us today? What is it? Where we at, Trap?
BLK Hole Presents, the People's Voice.
People's Voice. What we got with us today? Mr. Robert Shepherd.
Yeah.
He ain't from here. The outsider. You know what I'm saying? We gonna welcome the outsider. I don't know where he's from. I don't know what his agenda is. I've been seeing he be getting rocks and bricks and things thrown at him because he got no opinion. Me, I'm the type of person that I feel like everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So we finna check him out. Now, again, before we got on camera, we were talking about opinions. Either your opinion come from your feeling, or it come from experience, or it come from something tangible that you can reach out and touch. I'm gonna hand it over to my man, Mr. Shepherd.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, I appreciate you having me on, man. Yep, Robert Shepherd, I'm gonna give some people some background since I've been labeled an outsider. But I was born in Demopolis, lived in Uniontown up till I was in the fifth grade. Then we moved to Sawyerville because our house in Uniontown burned. And we moved to Sawyerville. I went to Hatch my kindergarten year, went to Greensboro from first grade to 12th grade. My mom was teaching up there, was working for the Board of Education office and transitioned to being a teacher. So that's why me and my sisters went up there to Greensboro. Born and raised in the Black Belt, man. Like, love it. And that's why I speak with such passion, man, because even people that met me, been in the military now, soon to be retired, 26 years, everybody that has met me, spent some time with me, they will 100% tell you that I've represented Alabama and being from the Black Belt where I'm from.
So you're the epitome of the Black Belt. You done called out a few different spots. Uniontown, Sawyerville,
Demopolis.
Yeah, so I feel like you do have every right to speak on what's going on in the Black Belt.
Yeah, man. For those that don't know, I've been the host of the Black Belt Experience show that we do on Sundays. Actually be doing it after this show. My sister was on it. She asked me to come on and host it 5 years ago. So I've been doing that every Sunday for the last 5 years. Just been involved and staying abreast of what's going on. Even while I was living in Kansas, Georgia, New York, and back to Georgia, I've been engaged with the Black Belt Experience show. So, a lot of people probably just seeing me speaking up about certain things now. But if you go back to the Black Belt Experience show, I've been speaking on accountability, especially for our leaders in the Black Belt for the last 5 years, been very vocal about it.
Could you tell us more about that, the Black Belt Experience?
Yeah, the Black Belt Experience show, man, is a show where, we talk on a lot of different topics. Politics, we talk about events going on. We talk about education. We talk about economics. We talk about everything on the show that's dealing with the Black Belt. Like, we talk about topics from something that happened at a school to something done from politics to stuff that's done, like that happened in the media, what people different opinions about. It's an open show, man. And not only that, though, it's one where we engage the people and we encourage people to have different opinions because,
right.
We got hosts on the different people on the show and we don't agree.
Right.
Like, we don't agree on everything. And we are very open and honest about our disagreements. But there's always been respect there.
Right. That's all that matters. We were saying earlier, it's okay if you have your opinion. I think the problem comes in when I have a problem with your opinion, when I take your opinion personally.
Yeah.
As an insult because you feel that way.
Well, I'm going to say this and maybe a little controversial, but if somebody takes your opinion personal, to me, that shows that they lack a little bit of emotional intelligence. And what I mean by that is, I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way, but hey, if everybody got a right to have an opinion, if I'm exercising my right to have my opinion, why am I mad at you for having yours?
Right.
We just disagree.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and then, okay, and I say this all the time, and I use this analogy. when I was a company commander, many of us, we like to make our preferences, we try to make that like it's right or wrong. But it's just a preference.
Right.
You know, if you sit down and you look at it, and I use the analogy of toilet, and it's a funny, but I use the analogy of toilet tissue. Some people like theirs to come over the top.
Yeah.
Some like theirs to come underneath.
I'm one of the ones I like mine coming over top.
You like yours coming, I like it to come underneath.
But neither one of y'all are.
But you see what I'm saying? But that's a preference. But some people, if they go in the bathroom, they'll get upset if it's not like their preference. But that's not the issue. The issue would be if you ain't got no toilet paper.
Right.
So they'll make their preference an issue, all because it's associated with their opinion.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm picking up what you putting down.
Yeah. So like it's like, hey, you know, don't make your preference an issue. Just realize some people don't. Like I don't eat scrambled eggs, but I like boiled eggs and I like eggs fried hard.
Right.
But I ain't knocking somebody else because they say they like their scrambled egg with cheese in it. I still like eggs, but it ain't, you see what I'm saying?
Man, you crazy, man. You don't eat them eggs. How you eat your, man? You supposed to eat your egg like this.
Yeah. That's just like me. I think it's blasphemous for people to put sugar in grits. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion.
I think I read it somewhere. I don't know what book and what verse, but I think that is a sin. I think that is a sin. Sugar in your grits and spaghetti. Sin. Shame on you.
Yeah, I mean, but that just, you know, that's when we're going down to just the people get also understand the opinion. Like it's so many people that get caught up on social media, right? About like, oh, I'm gonna block this person, or, you know, I'm gonna delete this and all that because I get upset about what you said. I have exercised the mute button. You see what I'm saying? Or you can set it up to where you don't want certain stuff because they got algorithms and everything like that, but I ain't got to block you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would say this, man, I'm gonna go back. I made a couple months ago, I took some pictures. I was in Uniontown and I went to the Dollar General and I came out and I just looked at the buildings downtown Uniontown. And I grew up in Uniontown, so it just did not look like what I thought, what I'm used to. So I took some pictures and folks got mad at me for taking pictures, man. And showing what it looked like. They got mad and saying like, they literally was like, I saw one comment said, man, why you ain't take pictures of Dorothy Kitchen and the barbershop? I'm like, them the only two buildings that was downtown that looked outside of the Alabama Power building. And I'm like, dang, it doesn't look that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they were mad at me for posting it, right? And they got upset about it. But at the same point, they was in their feelings because the truth was in the pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, and my question was, you know, how did it get this way? And had a good friend of mine was able to go back, because if you don't know, you can go on Google Earth. Yeah. You can go on Google Earth and you can pull up old pictures that they took. So they took some pictures on Google Earth back in 2008 of downtown Uniontown. And I shared those pictures of what it looked like 2008.
Right. To
now. And I mean, it should piss you off, man. But there's other stuff to it too, man. There's so much stuff, man. Like, and that a lot of that comes from incompetence on leadership, not doing the things they need to do. And there's so many different levels to that. But also too, it's just because as a people, we just become, you know, apathetic to where we just used to it being that way. So we just be like, okay with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, and then, man, and I would tell you, for somebody that's from here that like die hard love being from here, one of the most frustrating thing is for people to act as if when you saying, hey man, that's not right, we can have better, and people try to label you like saying you think you better than. And it's not, it's just, bruh, it's the 21st century. Like, what are we doing? And we don't have to. And a lot of it is because we continue to put trust in the wrong people to make decisions for us that has consistently shown us that they don't have the capacity or even willing to do things that's in the best interest of the people outside of what's the best interest for them.
Creatures of habit.
Yeah.
Also, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
And also, to add to that, some people won't change, but I think they be afraid of it because they don't know what's on the other side of that. So I'm cool with what I see right now. We'll work with this, and eventually and hopefully it'll turn into what I'm hoping it'll be. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, I made a post. I've been posting words of wisdom on Facebook since 2009 when I joined. And one of the posts I said, you know, the fear of the unknown imprisons us, right? Like, I don't know it, so, you know, well, I'm just gonna stay where I'm familiar with, right? And familiarity becomes in prison for many of us, right? And it stokes us from even trying. And the thing about it was, and it's just really a mindset, man. Like, for real, like I'm grateful for growing up with the family I grew up in. I have very supportive parents who taught us. My grandparents on both sides, like I just grew up in an environment where I was loved and supported. So they gave me a kind of crazy level of confidence in my ability to, okay, I can do it, right? And I'm not afraid to fail. You know, like, think about it.
Failure is part of the process.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, right? Yes and no is 50%. You have the same odds of them saying yes or no. So my thing, if somebody tell me no, that means that, okay, I got a lesson learned on what I need to do the next time. To get that yes, I find a way to yes just in my mindset, right? And it's that I would tell you, man, coming from the black belt, coming from, you know, and I'm gonna be honest, man, like I graduated high school in 1998, 27 years ago. You graduated from Greensboro, right?
Yeah.
You know, we went to a segregated school, right? You went to East Campus.
Yeah.
Think about it. No, I'm being honest. I graduated, I'm 46 years old. I graduated high school in 1998. From kindergarten, 1 year Hatch, until my 12th grade year, I never went to school with a white person. Because how Greensboro was set up, it was still segregated. Because the only thing they did was, if you look at the late 1960s and the early 70s, when they went full integration in Alabama. So the compromise was, if you look around here, even in Perry County, but Hale County, they had Hale County Training School, which was East Campus. It used to be the Hale County Training School Trojans. So the great compromise was, instead of combining to make one school,
East Campus, West Campus.
they had East Campus and West Campus, but it went up to state as one school. But we had two principals, two assistant principals,
and everything. Two
different programs. East Campus had track and field, volleyball, basketball. West Campus had football and baseball. Now, think about it, and I'm not lying. We all played Little League together. All the athletic white kids went to Southern. The whole entire, I played basketball from my 7th grade year to my 11th grade year. I didn't play my senior year. From that whole time, it was one white guy that played basketball. Baseball was integrated because it was at West Campus. Football was integrated because it was at West Campus. Basketball, all of the sports that was at East Campus, volleyball, basketball, and track, not one white person. And I graduated less than 30 years ago, right? But that was tolerated because that's just how it was. But as I sat down and thought about it, I thought about a reason. I'm like, dang, man, we talk about what happened in the civil rights. That was just something that we tolerated because that became a way of life. And that's all I'm trying to get, you know what I'm saying, why I provide and do the stuff I do as far as speaking up, is because I want us to, it shouldn't took 40 years, because it was 2010 when they finally integrated. It shouldn't have took 40 years. And still with that, when they integrated, because Hale County closed down Sunshine and Akron, when they integrated, a lot of white people moved to Moundville so their kids go to school in Moundville. Yeah. A lot of black people did too, so I don't want to try to act like I don't want to just people to want to make this, because it's not a racial thing. I'm just speaking facts. But it's just, I said all of that because we accepted it. And a lot of stuff we deal with because we just accept. And it shouldn't be that way. Because it don't have to be that way. I lived in so many different places, man. I lived in, I'm going to name it. I've been in Texas, lived in Killeen, Texas, at Fort Hood, Junction City, Kansas, Petersburg, Virginia, Watertown, New York, Augusta, Georgia, Hinesville, Georgia. I lived in Germany, Grafenwöhr, Germany, Korea twice. These are places where I lived at. And everywhere I go, what I realize is a lot of the stuff we deal with is because we tolerate it, man. It don't have to be that way.
So, out of all those places that you say you live, how do I want to ask this question? Have you ever seen in those places what you see when you get back home? As far as like politics and
no, man,
architecture and all that.
So I would tell you, a lot of the places I've been, there's issues everywhere you go. So it's I'm not trying to act like that. A lot of the issues we have are unique. The big difference is in the mindset of the people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of places I go, people not gonna tolerate that, bro.
Right.
Like they're not gonna tolerate it. I'll use this for example. I think it's Reading. Reading, it's a small town in Alabama, South Alabama. They were trying to bring a landfill there, like they did in Uniontown. They used Uniontown in their lawsuit to keep the landfill from coming. Mm. A small town, right? I'm talking about smaller than Uniontown. I think they got like 800-900 people, but the mayor and the city got together and they fought against those people coming in. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by that's the biggest difference, man. Everybody still got issues, man. Everybody got issues and stuff like that. But when you sit down and think about it, at the different places that I live, a lot of people not gonna tolerate certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like infrastructure.
Right.
Like, I mean, let's be honest, bro. A couple years ago, I don't know if you remember, but all that big uproar about Flint, Michigan, the war in Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
Right? The big old issue, a lot of debate, national debate about Flint, Michigan. Flint ain't get there overnight. That's years of people not doing what they're supposed to do.
Not keeping up.
Not keeping up with it, not addressing it in the right way.
Right.
That's what we deal with in Marion right now, with the infrastructure, the water infrastructure.
Yeah.
I'm 46 years old. I know they didn't have water problems before I was born. But those people that we elected to be responsible for, what have they actually done to address it? And I want to share this, man. I want people to think about this. A lot of funding that cities can get politically, they can get it if they have good audits. That's a requirement for a lot of grants, you to have an up-to-date audit. So an audit will show that your books and everything are up to par. A lot of the stuff we can't get because we hadn't had audits done for years, bro. Like they just recently, a lot of people was mad, but this is facts, bro. Like this is facts. I posted on my page. I can share it. If anybody want to know, I will share it. But the city of Marion, I'm gonna use Marion for instance. The city of Marion got $170,000 from ADEM, Alabama Department of Environmental Management, to conduct audits from 2018 to 2023, just so they can get some additional funding to fix out with the roads. But they just got that earlier this year. Now my question is, why weren't you doing an audit every year?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's why we can't get funding. And for people that don't know, the Standards and Poor, because see, this is stuff people like to throw out there that people don't understand. Standards and Poor's Global is like a credit rating for cities, states, cities, and everything. So like we have Equifax, we have TransUnion, we have Experian, cities and counties and states, they got one from the S&P Global, right? So I know Perry County, the last rating that they got, according to Albert Turner Jr., was in 2010 because they hadn't had an audit, and they just got an audit done, which was a compliance audit. And I want people to understand the difference. This is why I be talking, so people can understand. You have a forensic financial audit. That's where like they go real deep down and charges and stuff being done. But then you have a compliance audit. A compliance audit basically just say, hey, you did right in the processes, right? The last one Perry County had 9 non-compliances. A non-compliance means you're not following the rules. 9. Like 9. I looked at Dallas County. Their last 5, a few didn't have none. Hale County last year, they had 1 non-compliance. Marengo didn't have none. Perry County had 9. But then when I talk about it, folks get mad like I'm just telling the facts. And the reason why I'm bringing it is because I want people to raise their mindset and be able to understand. Because I can talk about all this stuff and present this stuff to sound like we're doing something, but I want to ask you this question. You from here, from this area?
Yeah, from Marion.
You from Marion. Cats in here from Marion, Tuscaloosa, whatever, Greensboro. What tangible results that you can look at and be like, oh, that was done? I can see that they did new sidewalks. I can see that they updated the park. I can see that they redid the roads. I can see that they redid the sewage or whatever. How much tangible results can we see? And like, man, I lived in Augusta. In Augusta, when I was living there 2018, on my bill, my sewage bill, it went up. It was an extra $40 charge, because it was like $30 a month. I got an extra $40 charge, and it said storm drain. I'm like, okay, you see your bill go up 100%, double. You like, hey, what's going on? They put on the bill, this is to replace storm drains throughout the city. Not even a month later, I'm driving down the road, they redoing storm drains. They redoing sidewalk, they digging up, and you seeing the actual work being done. So, okay, I'm paying this money out, but I see the work being done, and it's benefiting the city better than the infrastructure, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense. But here, what have we seen? No, I'm asking that question. Like, what have we looked at the scene, it's like, dang, man, I come back, got done, Hardest closed here in Marion, right? They used to be open. Then I started looking at data, man. I look at data, bro. I look at facts. Perry County in 1990 had almost 12,000 people. Right now, Perry County has 7,700 people. I'm finna explain it. I talk about this all the time, about the importance of elected officials understanding and having strategic thinking and thinking forward thinking. In the early 90s, Tuscaloosa City Council, they voted to move the city limits out there to the Mercedes-Benz, where the Mercedes-Benz is.
Okay.
Part of the deal they did a deal to have them come and to bring Mercedes-Benz. That was in the early 90s. Do you know, just from that decision, how much economic impact that it had on Tuscaloosa and Tuscaloosa County?
I see it.
I'm talking numbers right now, bro. In 1990, the city of Tuscaloosa was about 75,000 people. Now, in 2025, it's 125,000 people. That's a 42% increase. Why? Because the people that was down here, think about how many people from this area work up at Mercedes and got tired of driving up there, and they end up moving up there.
Yeah.
Because they got more options, they got more grocery stores, the gas price is better, they got all of this, and folks say, hey, why am I gonna keep driving back and forth? So the young people, they go to school here, they love being from here, but they ain't not really keeping them here. And they leave.
That's true. Them facts.
Think about it. When I went to A&M out of high school before I flunked out, because I didn't go to class. But A&M in 98, A&M was not A&M, Huntsville was the 5th largest city in the state. Now they the largest city in the state by population, bro. Like larger than Birmingham. I want people to realize Huntsville is.
Because a lot of people down here go up.
They go up there.
Yeah.
People all the time when I be like, they person up there? They be crazy.
Because there's jobs up there, there's opportunities up there. Now I just want people to understand it. Like, and I'm being honest, man, because this is why I'm so passionate about it. I'm a logistics officer in the military, right? So I deal with logistics, supply chain management. With the skill set that I have, I can easily get a job making $150,000 plus a year. But those aren't jobs that's in our areas. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So like when you think of prospects, like, okay, would I come here for a job that I could be making double, but take half of it just because I want to come home? Or will I go to another place where I can better position myself to take care of my family?
If I do go home, I gotta drive an hour and a half to get to the job.
Not only that though, okay, been staying in Uniontown this weekend. If I get up in the morning, I need to go to the grocery store, I gotta drive to the Mopolis or come to Marion or go to Selma to buy grapes.
It's crazy.
No, I'm just saying, like, I just want people to kind of think about that. But because we used to it,
It's acceptable.
it's accepted. And then when somebody else that's from here, they come back. Because, bro, I stay in Hinesville, Georgia. Hinesville, where Fort Stewart is. Hinesville got, what, 35,000 people? Man, they got 2 neighborhood Walmarts, a Walmart Supercenter. They just opened a Publix. They got a Food Line. They got a Kroger's. Hundreds of places to eat. You see what I'm saying? And we down there where the hurricane happened. Like with hurricanes, we get the last Hurricane Helene came through there or whatever, right? The only time we got a board notification for our water was after the flooding after Hurricane Helene. I don't have to worry about my water being brown and staining my clothes.
Type shit.
No, I don't have to worry about, no, I'm just saying, I don't have to buy bottled water just to cook, just to have something to drink. And that's why I'm passionate the way that I am, because, man, we definitely can have better where we from, man. We deserve better.
What it take?
It takes people being informed, though. Like, that's the reason why, like, I always say, like I got on my shirt tonight, man. Educate, elevate, expose to expand.
Let me ask you this question before you get into it. As a citizen, where should I look to get this information from?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that, right? One thing about it is this. There's a saying, and you know a lot of people saying, man, I don't deal with no politics, man. Politics, I don't deal with that, man. They don't bother, they ain't got nothing to do with me.
I'm guilty. I used to be one of them until my water came out.
No, I'm just saying.
And now it affected me personally, you know. Like, I don't care who's in charge or whatever. It's just that the problem arose and it affected me. So what we gonna do about it?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, man, like, it don't matter if you involved with it or not. And I'm not telling you got to be all into it, man. I'm talking about just staying informed of what's going on, understanding processes. Man, look, I'm telling people this right now. You got a phone? I'm talking about, it's so much, man, with ChatGPT, Gemini AI. Like, I'm just saying, like, even Google, man. You just got to ask questions, man. I would go on here. What does Alabama law say about this? And boom, it'll pop up and you can go in and read it. I'm gonna tell people, to give y'all the cheat code, right? You go in and say, hey, what does Alabama law say about, so I made a post the other day about the roles of a mayor, the roles of a city clerk, the roles of a city council, the roles of a county commissioner, right? It would tell you what some of those roles are. Like, and I think, and I want people to understand, man, we get caught up into the theatrics of politics. What I mean by that is, we see a lot of stuff at the national level, but I want to break it down so people can kind of understand it. Your city council is literally the Congress of your city. Like Congress is, they do the budgets, the laws, all of that. That's the city council. The mayor is the executive branch, like the president is. Right? Then you got your judges or whatever, that's the judicial branch. So that's understanding who does what. You see what I'm saying? Like the city council is the one that's responsible for, coming up with the budget and everything. It's not like a kingship to where one person has complete control. And that's been one of my issues when I'm saying with Albert Turner, because he act like he the king of Perry County.
Dictatorship, huh?
No, for real. And that's why I say what I say, man. But it ain't personal. And honestly, we're related on my daddy's side. So for people that think it's not personal.
Excuse me, y'all keep on going.
You know what I'm saying? It's not personal. There's nothing that I've ever said that was personal in nature. But I just want the people to realize and see that, hey man, even if you don't want to, even if you don't like it, you got to stay involved. And staying involved is just really, it doesn't take much to stay involved. I was talking before, throughout the day, only thing you really got to do is read a little bit. I'm telling you what I do. Just a little bit, like a little bit. Like there's so much on social media that you can follow a lot of different things and they provide you information. I follow all of the news outlets in the local area. I follow all of the municipalities. City of Aliceville, City of Utah, City of Demopolis, Linden, Marion, Greensboro. I just follow.
Yeah, but it only take 10 seconds to give you information.
It just takes 10. Something will pop up. Boom. Okay, this going on over here. Boom. This going on over here. And then I stay abreast to what's going on from a national and then a state level. And then if you don't understand the process, right, just ask the question. Like the problem I see a lot of us, we feel like we don't care about it. So we don't really, and I'm being honest with you, the last thing that happened in Marion, a lot of people really only got upset because it really impacted them. But the issues with the water issues, they've been going out dealing with that big time for the last few years, bro. Right? And then the other thing is this. Man, we got to stop being so tribal. We're tribal to a fault. And what I mean by that is, just because me and you went to school together, we cousins or whatever, and you in that elected position, that don't mean I ain't gonna hold you accountable.
Exactly, true.
Like, folk get mad, like, if you ain't doing the job that you supposed to do, you don't want me to say something? I saw this one comment, I ain't gonna call the lady name, but she made a comment. I ain't gonna call the lady name, but she made a comment saying, I ain't know nothing, but she said it, she used the S word, right? She don't even know me. So what does she know that I know? It would have been better if she said, I don't like what he say or I disagree with him. But at the same point, where did I lie?
That's the thing. It's like, if you didn't tell a lie, then what are you really mad at?
Yeah, a lot of people are mad because the truth is being exposed. And because it's being exposed, it may be showing somebody that they have affirmation for, they may be connected to, that it shows that they haven't been telling the truth. And that's all what that is. So, I mean.
So on your day-to-day, since you got a lot of people coming at you like that, how you bounce that off?
I'm being honest with you, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I'm not saying it in a disingenuous way, because nothing that I've done, especially over the last few months, especially on social media, especially speaking out boldly and openly about what's going on back home, nothing that I've done has been personal. Nothing. Nothing at all.
And that's why I think people are afraid to get this type of reaction from people that you take in.
Yeah.
So, you just let it bounce off you, but a lot of people are afraid of it. That's why I think it is to be judged.
Well, I really welcome it. You know why? Because more people are talking about what's going on.
Exactly.
More people getting information about what's going on.
What's that old saying? In publicity is good
Oh yeah, all publicity is good publicity. Yeah, but you know, there's honestly, man, I'm retiring. I've retired. I'll be retired in 90 days, right? So I'm not going as hard.
Yep.
Work-wise, you know, I'm not asked to do a lot what I was doing before. So I just have a little bit more time, right? And because a lot of people may think I spend a lot of time, you know, researching and doing things, but really I don't. Because I'm telling you, ChatGPT, Google, listen. Listen, man, I'm telling you, you just have to know what question to ask, man. You got to know what question to ask. I'm reminded of my physics teacher, rest in peace to her, Miss Willinell Avery. People didn't like physics, right? And what I realized was physics is really just simple math. You just got to know which formula to use, right? I'm finna say something. A lot of people are like, oh, but this is how I break things down in my head. So the difference between velocity and acceleration is velocity formula is meters per second. Acceleration is meters per second squared. Right? So if somebody asks me, what is the velocity of this vehicle that went 100 meters in 10 seconds, right? So I would take the 100 meters, if I know I'm trying to find the velocity, I'll take the 100 meters and divide it by the 10 seconds, which would give me 10 meters per second. That would be the velocity. But if I was trying to do the same thing with acceleration, what is the acceleration of the vehicle? If it was 100 meters in 10 seconds, I would have to square the 10 seconds. So 10 times 10 is 100. So that would be 1 meter per second. I just need to know that I'm looking for either acceleration or if I'm looking for velocity. Just need the information and knowing what to look for. And I broke that down because in physics, you can read the whole thing and you can be confused because you don't know what to use. And I think a lot of times people may feel overwhelmed with a lot of stuff, but I tell people this, people play on that. They play on it. And a lot of elected officials play on that because they feel like as long as you tell them something that sounds good, I throw some numbers on it, then they'll take what I say. And think about it. Look at what happens at the national level. But people say stuff. And people go with it just for what it said. And will argue with you for that, based off of what I call propaganda that they've been given. It's not, they ain't even go validate, they just take it, oh, this is what it is.
Taking it and run with it.
Yeah. No, I just want, you know, how I bring that up, I just want us to really think about it. How much people would really lie to you about some stuff.
So, from what I'm taking from it, you really just here to inform your people.
Man, I'm just here to inform the people in the community that I love, man. Like, genuine love. Like, a lot of stuff that I've done, a lot of stuff within the community, behind the scenes for years, man. Like, I've done a lot of stuff. And it's not about bragging, but I've sponsored youth basketball teams for a couple of years in Greensboro. I made donation to the youth baseball league. I made donation to the youth league in Uniontown. You know, I fed my high school football team. I bought senior night gifts for my high school football team a couple years ago. You know, I've done things in the capacity of what I could do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about you just but it's not about if you spending money or not like that, but what are you actually doing to get engaged to help out? You know, because that's the thing, man. The thing is, when I talked about hometown, some people organized to do a cleanup in Uniontown. And a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say about what I said when I posted those pictures. But 2 weeks later, I drove 6.5, 7 hours back from Georgia to help out with the cleanup. I was one of 5 people that showed up. One of 5 people, where everybody had something to say about me, what you gonna do about it, all this stuff. Them same people ain't show up.
That be the thing about it with me right there. I don't like to hear the complaining and why you sitting on the sideline.
Yeah.
You know?
Somebody asked me what I'm gonna do about it, and I asked the question, so what are you gonna do about it? And his response was, oh man, I stay on the sideline. So
Yeah.
why are you asking me? Like, I'm dead serious. Like, no. Like, why are you asking me? And then this is another one. I had never had to talk about this. I bring up an issue, and people asking me, like I'm responsible for providing a solution. Now I can provide a solution, but I'm not elected. Why don't we keep that same energy to the people that was in decision-making positions? But we don't want to do that because that's our cousin. We kin to him. We went to school with him. So it's easy for me to point the blame at somebody else that I can label outsider, that they just trying to agitate. It's easy to do that.
You said it. You said it. I think with politics, I mean, it's a personal thing because it has to do with you and what goes on with you in your life.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, as far as like the elected officials, I think sometimes we take it too personal because, again, we go back to my opinion about this person.
For example?
Or about what this, person is doing or not doing, or me questioning.
If I do music, right? I do music, Christian hip hop, do hip hop music. I've done 3 albums, released 3 albums, working on my 4th. And I'm releasing a song for Uniontown on Friday, right? I said all that to say, if somebody listens to my music and they say, man, I don't like that, man, that's trash. That's their opinion. They just don't like my music. Okay, it ain't for you. I'm not, that's what I'm saying. I'm not upset about that. They have the right to feel however they feel. That's not a personal attack on me.
You ain't black, you don't eat fried chicken.
Yeah. or somebody come say, man, I don't like him. Okay. I'm not losing sleep over that. No, I'm not. Like I'm being honest with you. I'm
right here.
Like that.
You can't lose me. I'm right here.
Yeah.
Sleep right here.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man. It's like I'm not insensitive. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a human being, but it's just certain stuff, man. I'm just not finna waste any time, energy, and effort on stuff I have no control over. I have no control over whatever. I can control how I treat people.
Sounds like you're a man with emotional intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black hole moment.
No, but that's for me, honestly, that's just been my approach. Like, that's just been my approach, man. I'm grateful for my time in the military because you work from different people from all walks of life. Like, all walks of life.
People, I interject? What branch?
Army. Go Army. The Army, February, be 26 years, man. Be retiring March 9th. Can't wait. Wait for this next chapter. But like what I learned, man, is everybody we do things differently, but we got way more in common than we have different. Like way more. Like in 2006, I was deployed and I was assigned to what we call a military transition team. And that was a small group of 10 of us. We was living embedded inside of an Iraqi infantry battalion. So we wasn't with the Americans. We was with 100% our time was with the Iraqis, away from everybody else. And what I realized, man, we go through all this cultural training prior to, hey, this is the Iraqi cultures or whatever. What I realized is they want the same thing we want. They want to have jobs, they take care of their family. They want the same thing. They just maybe have a different religion than we have, maybe do things culturally different. They eat different type of food. They eat a lot of lamb over there. But they still grill. They just do it a different way. It's just different.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that it's bad. And I think a lot of times, man, if people really can be emotionally intelligent enough to realize that the stuff that's different is not an issue, bro. It's just a preference.
Back to the tissue.
It's the tissue. Like, no, for real. A lot of us, we get mad and we making our preference an issue, bro.
Right.
Oh, I like this person. Okay. Are they good for the job, though?
So we selfish.
Yeah, we selfish.
Inconsiderate.
Selfish, inconsiderate, and I would just say this, not only that though, I would say a lot of us are really fearful.
Of the unknown.
Fearful of the unknown, so we stick to what we know.
Or have misplaced loyalty.
Misplaced loyalty and
Or displaced.
I would say this, we are, yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. And I'm finna share this, man. I'm sharing this because I realized something, and this is a reality, right? There's a lot of people that's from where we from, great people. But the reason why I always talk about expose and expand, we got a lot of folks that ain't really been outside the area.
Yeah, I heard that about myself.
Like a lot of people hadn't been outside the state.
Exactly.
If they've been outside the state, they only been to Atlanta.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, if you go to like the Lawton, Oklahomas, or you go to the other places, man, you realize like
It's a lot of words.
it's a lot of world to see. The world is bigger than right here. And I use this analogy, right? I made a post the other day, man, and I made a post, a reel, and I said I would rather be a blue whale in the ocean than to be the biggest minnow in a pothole.
I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why I say that, man, you got a lot of, I like to use this analogy. A lot of girls may be a dime where she from.
Okay.
Because she in that pothole.
She in that pothole. Then she go to college, she realize she below average. And it's a mental toll on her.
Ouch.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of, and that's what I think a lot, really back here, we have a lot of people trying to be the biggest minnow in a pothole. And a pothole is very small. Just a pothole. But a blue whale is the biggest animal that ever existed.
Yeah.
But it's small in comparison to the world.
Yeah.
But it's still the biggest animal that ever, bigger than any dinosaur, bigger than anything that ever exists on Earth.
It got the room to grow.
Yeah.
It got the room to roam.
Yeah.
See some things.
I want people the perspective of a blue whale. A blue whale heart is the size of a Volkswagen. They say a blue whale tongue weigh as much as an elephant.
Mm.
A blue whale.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying a blue whale. I think is 2 or 3 school bus long.
Somebody Google it.
No, I'm just saying when you sit down and just
Yeah.
think about that.
That is crazy, yeah.
But comparison in the ocean, it's a speck.
Yeah.
But that minnow, a pothole, bro, a pothole, we can go down one of these streets in Perry County and see the pothole. And we got some big ones though, but we go down one of these streets and we can see it. But it's all about a mindset, bro. It's all about mind. That's what I'm talking about, a mindset.
Mindset. Change your thinking, you can change everything around you.
That's why I've been getting out of this whole thing is mindset. Get out the people that shirt back and forth so it makes sense.
Yeah.
We got to change the mindset, but we don't.
So what we talking about? The same thing we talk about.
The program.
Yeah.
Deprogram. We gotta get out the program.
Yeah, and it's not as deep as everybody try to make it. Because, some people, we talk about deprogramming, we want to make it sound like we just so deep and we on a certain level.
Right.
Like, nah, bro, we still got to change how we think, how we approach.
That's all.
And really, a lot of it really boils down to, it's the small things, bro. It's the small thing. Like, I'm a huge LeBron James fan, right? And it's something that everybody, like, I don't think people are going to realize until after he retired the impact that he really had on the game. Because right now, I'm talking about a lot of people, like if I can make this argument, because people love to argue this, right? I think, this is my opinion, that LeBron James is the best basketball player to ever play.
Hold on, Trap.
Listen, see, y'all see that? People didn't listen.
We ain't even give you a chance. That's what we doing. We shutting them down.
Listen, people didn't even listen to what I said. They already had a response ready because it wasn't. I think he's the best basketball player.
Yep.
I think Jordan, right, is the most iconic player. to ever play.
I can live with that.
Like, think about it. No, Jordan was, like, what people don't talk about, and it kind of upsets me because I grew up in the 80s. What people don't talk about, they don't talk about how, really how good Larry Bird and Magic Johnson was. How Larry Bird and Magic Johnson saved the NBA.
Yeah.
What people don't realize is in the 80s, the NBA finals were tape delayed. It was the rivalry between Bird and Magic, the Celtics and the Lakers that drew the eyes. Jordan came along right when the NBA went global. So it was just a perfect media storm.
He was the pivot man.
People don't even think about
it to
this.
the next level.
This is what be having me laughing, man. People forget the Jordan and the Spike Lee commercial. It must be the shoes. Now think about it. The explosion of the Jordan shoes made Jordan into a commercial icon that we ain't never seen before. Then you go into the Dream Team that took them international. So that's what I'm saying. And then you got the six, the three back to back or whatever, right? But when I say I think LeBron James is the best basketball player, I'm talking about overall basketball. Like, for example, I'm gonna say this, and I know this is gonna piss some people off. I think Pippen was a better overall basketball player than Jordan was.
I kind of catch myself thinking like that.
No, I'm just saying, man, think about it. Pippen could guard 1 through 5.
Yep.
Right? And he could score, but he wasn't no scorer like Jordan.
He could score.
But think about it. He had the #1 defensive assignment every night. He was the Batman. But I think as a basketball player, he could do more than Jordan was. We really idolize Jordan for being selfish.
You got a good point.
When I'm talking basketball, like there's like Travis Perkins had posted that he think Willie Shears was the best basketball player to come through the black belt. I think Herb Jones was the best basketball player. But then you can do different categories. I think Frankie Sullivan was the best offensive basketball player. You see how you can break it down? That ain't taking nothing from each one.
It really depends what you're talking about.
It depends on what you talk about. But automatically,
That's that ocean and that pothole.
that's what I'm talking about.
True.
Like, okay, it is your opinion, my opinion. It's cool, right? But what we basing it on? We basing it on what? Because then, like, what happens is people like to move the goalposts.
True. Well, my brother was one of the GOATs at the black belt, Davis School of Dallas.
Okay.
One of the GOATs, Francis Barron, Perry County, black belt. I put him up against him.
But we've had some great ones. It just all depends on how you want to categorize it.
True.
So that's just, I just use that example, man, because that one that get people going, right? But when you break it down, I think like, dang. So everybody wants to say, because this is a funny thing. Robert Orr is 7-0 in the finals.
He got all them rings, though.
He's 7-0 in the finals.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody saying Robert Orr the best basketball player ever.
Clip.
Bill Russell, 11-1. What, 11-1? Oh, he played against. Wait a minute. Hold up. What's is 11-1 greater than 6-0? And then who was his coach? Phil Jackson. Phil won 11 of them things. Think about it. Everybody that LeBron won a championship with, besides everybody that LeBron won a championship with, that was their first championship they won with. Eric Spoelstra, Ty Lue, what's the other guy that was in the one that was with the Lakers? He's the head coach, I think. I think he's in
Wilson.
I think he's in not Minnesota. I think he's in Milwaukee right now. No, not AD, but I'm talking about the coach. But think about
Ty Lue.
Like, think about it. We can't even name his coaches. I mean, I got it, man. I got it. 4-6 in the finals. That's the argument. He flopped. Man, did y'all watch the basketball in the 80s? Like, I want people acting like that. Oh, it was just, man. No, bro, that junk was boring, bro. You watching the NBA game 82-79. That's the final score. That wasn't basketball. They just beat people up. That wasn't no for real. No, for real. Like, if you watch it, no, I'm dead serious. Like, now, it's, and I think too, man, like, it's a lot of stuff, and I know I'm going around, but it's a lot of stuff even right now. We got to know when to pass the torch. Not only pass the torch, but we also got to know what we need to do as far as with building a bench and bringing people in to be able to replace us. And I shared a post the other day that's something powerful, man. I shared it 2 years ago, a year ago, but yeah, 2 years ago. If you think about it, Nick Saban mentored his greatest competition. If you sit down and think about the top 25 coaches, the coach at Oregon was his graduate assistant under Nick Saban. Kirby Smart at Georgia. Lane Kiffin now at LSU.
Yeah.
Mario Cristobal down at Miami. I'm talking about these guys that have elite programs in the college football playoffs was Nick Saban assistants.
So what did they say about Nick?
That he developed his greatest competition. Now, I ask that question is, who are the people in our areas, our elected leaders, who have they developed? Who are they brought on? Who are they mentored to replace them? Because they don't want it to be about nobody else but them. That shows that they ain't really about development. They ain't really about teach, coach, and mentoring, right? Because at the same point, if it always had to be about me, I'm gonna clip your wings.
Yeah. Can't allow you to rise higher than me.
Yeah. And that's a big problem, man.
So you think from what you've observed, what is it that I want to say? It's more about a position than a solution.
I think what has happened is this, man. As a community, we have allowed people to get comfortable with being mediocre, and get comfortable in positions, right? One of the issues that we got in the black belt, and I'm saying it, and I want people to hear me when I say this, we have sold our souls allowing people to pay for votes. them $20, $40, paying people light bills and all this stuff. Look at the conditions of what we're dealing with in our community right now.
I go back.
No, I'm just saying, I want us to really sit down and look at it. Who is it really benefiting? If you get that little $20, $40, $100 or whatever, who is it benefiting from? And then watch this. Those same people that come to you and approach you with that, they've been in these positions over a decade, some over 2 decades. What tangible results that you can actually go and look at right now to say they were responsible for it? That is clean. I want people to think about this, right? And I talk about this, the reason why I talk about it is this. People don't want you to know information. On the Alabama Department of Environmental Management, you can go to their website. And shout out to my sister Portia for giving me this information. They got what they call an e-file. An e-file is there's certain things from an environmental standpoint companies have to file on record to Alabama Department of Environmental Management. On that, the Arrowhead landfill, they're under a different name. It's like Perry County Waste. I'll get the name to put it out. But they have to file their report of how much tonnage of waste that they receive. I went in. I was able to found every quarter because they report every quarter. And I went back from 2025 and 2024. Based off the information that I found. Hold up, let me see. I got it in my notes. Got it in my notes.
That man prepared.
Let me see the landfill.
Take your time, take your time.
Oh yeah, I got it right here. The Arrowhead landfill reported to the Alabama Department of Environmental Management e-file website that it received a total of 1,427,881 tons of trash from October the 1st, 2020 to September 30th, 2025. And 1,299,298 tons from October 1st, 2023 to September 30th, 2024. Right? So in 2024, fiscal year 2024, fiscal year means October the 1st to September the 30th. That's how our government do with funding, fiscal. So fiscal year 24 was 1,299,298, 1.3 million. In 2025, it was 1,427,881 tons. The agreement that Perry County has with the landfill is that Perry County gets $1 per ton. So every ton that is going into that landfill, Perry County get $1 per ton. So that means that in 2024, Perry County was supposed to receive $1.3 million. According to the budget that's on the Perry County website, it said the revenue for 2024, they only received $1,017,395. So when I look at that, I'm like, okay, what's the difference? Where's the other $300,000 going? That's a logical question, right?
True.
True.
Then the next year, when they said for 2025, they did 1,427,881 tons, they supposed to got $427,881. Perry County reported that they received $1,080,000. And it's on their website. If you go to the Perry County government, government website, if you go into the top in the search, you put in budget, it will pop up, and it's under the general funds. You see general funds 2024, 2025, and 2025, 2026. Now, with that, based off of that, I just want people to really realize that this is why I break this down like this, right? According to the county budget, we're missing $281,903 in revenue from 2024 and $344,000 in 2025. And I publish all of these things. Oh, and the company that reports the Arrowhead landfill stuff is the Perry County Association, LLC. So when you sit down and you start looking at numbers, you ask yourself questions. Then what I did was I did an estimate of how much money that landfill made. The landfill made approximately $100,800,000 for the last 2 years. Based off of the amount of tonnage that they got, based off of the prices that they charge per ton. Now, Arrowhead making 100, and this is nothing against the landfill. I don't want people to understand that, but my question is to the leaders that made the agreement to have them come here, why didn't we negotiate a better deal where the county and, first of all, Uniontown should be getting way more, because you can argue that it's in the county land, but it's in Uniontown. But when you sit down and think about it, that's why I ask those questions. Because I just want us to sit down and think about it. If you sit down and think about it, you ask yourself, you're like, dang. When you just sit down and think about it, like, God, dog. If an industry can come to Perry County and make $100 million in 2 years, why isn't the county and the county benefiting from it?
It get crazy when it gets to the numbers.
But when you look at the numbers, but I will tell you this, one of the biggest issue is the industries don't trust the leaders to get their money. They ain't got no audit done. We got 2 cities that don't have a published budget. So why, if I'm an industry, bro, if you broke and I know you can't manage your money, why am I gonna give you money? No, I'm dead serious. So I know that we'd be willing to invest, but we got to have trustworthy people. I mean, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. But at the end of the day, man, it really boils down to us. And that falls on us as a community. That's why my goal is to just make sure we keep people informed.
So what are you hoping to see, like, from the officials and the citizens? Like, it's going to take cooperation from the heads and the community. I also think that the community, I I see a lot of, we talk about opinions. I'm just going to talk about opinions. We need to try to figure out how we're going to exercise instead of just shooting them out there. You know, opinions should turn to ideas.
Yep. So it's all about organizing, right? Organizing and then like having a plan. And then this is the thing. Hold on. The thing is, what we got to realize is like, we got to be committed. You got to be committed. You just can't start and just stop. And that's a problem that we have with the black community, right? We be loud and we flame out. No, I'm just saying, but we'll be loud about it and we'll flame out. Like, I'm being honest with you. Some pop and then it's over with. We ain't consistent, and we got to look at how and ask ourselves these questions. We're in the heart of the civil rights, the home of the civil rights movement, right? How was they effective? Consistency. If you look at what was the effectiveness of the of the Montgomery boys boycott? It was over a year, almost bankrupt the city, because the city was getting revenue from the bus, from the black folks riding the bus. But they were committed. Churches, people organizing, right? They start working together. But now people get mad because you say something on social media about somebody that they cool with, and they know they wrong. They know they ain't doing what they supposed to do. So now I ain't talking to you. Like, okay, what are we doing that's best for the actual city, bro?
Right.
Like, and we got to like organize, like what you're saying, people come together, organize. What I mean by organize is coming together, realize what is actual feasible to do. Not just from an emotional standpoint, but looking at it, approaching from a logical standpoint.
Right.
What is feasible to do? What can we actually get accomplished out of this? You know what I'm saying? And then put our egos down, bro. Like, seriously, put our egos down. I keep saying it, man. I've offered, I said it all the time. I'm here to support in whatever capacity that I can. And I openly say that. Right? People can reach out to me, but like, I ain't chasing you.
For sure.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm not chasing you.
If you want something done, you shouldn't have to be chased. You shouldn't have to chase the person that want to get something done.
Man, look, I did a program in the Army called Green to Gold, right? I was enlisted, and that's a process where you go through, you fill out a packet, and they will select you, and then I did the Green to Gold, the active duty option, where the Army paid me for 2 years to go be an ROTC student, right? And I can remember walking in the office and talking to the counselor. I had just got to Fort Gordon, came from a deployment. I walked in the office, talked to the counselor, and I was like, hey, ma'am, this is what I'm trying to do. And I didn't know at the time, but she was a major in the reserves. And she said, this is what she told me. She said, if you want to be an officer bad enough, you'll figure it out. I was pissed, bro. I'm like, hey, that's your job. You're supposed to tell me. But guess what? I said, say less. 2008, went to Google. Army Green to Gold, what's the requirements? Figured it out, right? Boom. Got it in, got my packet in, pushed it in, got selected. When I came back, was getting ready to enroll into, finalize everything before I started school. She saw me, she called me into the office. And she said, Mr. Shepherd, I know you was pissed. But she said, I get people coming here every day. I get them all the information and they don't do nothing with it. She said, I'm very proud of you because you wanted it. Right? And why am I sharing that? We got to want it, bro. We got to want it. It's not just, I'm not settling just because. No. And so many of us, we just settle. We deserve more, man. I'm being dead honest, man. Like, I want the kids to see, like, bro, we ain't mediocre, bro. Like, growing up in the black belt prepared me to excel out in the world, bro. Like, from the same schools in Greensboro, same places. I walked the same hall, did the same thing. And I done been in places where people that's been my peers or competitors that went to Ivy League schools from affluent families and everything couldn't hold my coattail, bro. I ain't saying that in a cocky way. I'm saying that because I was prepared. Here, the black belt prepared me to stand 10 toes down, stand on my own 2 feet. Don't have to apologize to nobody. Don't have to feel inferior to nobody. That's why I'm passionate about, like, that's why I speak the way I speak or whatever. Because the black belt prepared me. That's why I rep the black belt everywhere I go.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling. That black belt give you a different feeling. You can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah, man, because think about it, bro. There's not a lot of places in America that's unique like the black belt. If you go to different cities, it don't matter if you're in Marion, Uniontown, Demopolis, Greensboro, Aliceville. It don't matter. Everybody grow up together, bro. I had the same classmate from 1st grade to 12th grade, like the same homeroom. We grew up together. And I know other people that I met. I had 2 soldiers that came to what we call Advanced Individual Training, AIT. I was an AIT commander. I had 2 soldiers from the same town, went to the same high school, didn't even know each other, graduated in the same class. Because they graduated like 600-700 people. We graduated 84 in Greensboro. I know every last one of them. They mama, daddy, brother, sister, cousin, know all of them. That's a unique way of growing up, bro. I just don't want us to feel inferior, man, and stop letting people piss on you and call it rain.
Put that black belt on their butt one more time before we get out of here.
Oh, what you mean? Oh,
Because you know you're an outsider.
oh yeah. So I would say this, man. I love being an outsider, man. I got some T-shirts made, so y'all want some T-shirts? Hit me up, man. I wore it yesterday.
Interject. You said Portia?
Portia.
Your sister?
That's my sister.
I just ate one of them burgers the other day.
Oh, you talking about?
You talking about another?
They're my cousin.
That's your cousin?
They're my cousin, but them burgers are fire. Listen, fire.
Damn, that big.
Listen, man, listen. I'm telling you right now, man, every time I come home, if she uptown, I put me an order in. And when I say, like, you know how somebody season the meat before they make the patty?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Fire.
Yeah. I just had one.
Oh, yeah, certified. My sister Portia is the one that ran for mayor in Uniontown. Yeah, Portia, man, look, 2 days after the election, Portia was in Tokyo, Japan, advocating on behalf of community in the Black Belt. They're trying to wood pellets. So for people don't realize, wood pellets that they do smokers with, people all over the world use those. And it was a Japanese company wanting to invest into Epps, Alabama. And they had my sister to come over there to speak in Japan.
What?
From living right there in Uniontown. You know, so, but I want to say this, man, about being an outsider, man. I love it, man. I embrace it. I mean, it don't bother me at all, man. It's hysterical to me as well, especially the slick comments about Private Powell and Sergeant, all of this stuff, right? Yeah, I came in a private. That doesn't bother me at all, bro, at all. They ain't gonna stop me from providing truth, providing information that you can see it yourself and you can go verify it. You know, there's a saying, ain't nobody mad but the devil. If you mad, hey, that's your issue that you got to deal with. I could see if it was personal. I could see if it was a personal attack on anybody, you know, directly. But if you mad because I say 2 + 2 is 4, and I can show 2 things and 2 things over here, and you mad because you can't count them, that's a personal issue, bro.
That makes so much sense.
No, I'm just saying that's a personal issue. You know, and at the end of the day, man, I'm going to love the Black Belt. Like I said, man, releasing a song for Uniontown, get my man, we're going to shoot a video for it, so more will pop out with that. I can work some, I'm going to reach out to the people at Francis about doing a song for Marion. You know what I'm saying? It's about bringing the community together. I also started a scholarship in honor of my daddy, Reverend Robert Shepherd, who taught at both Hatch and Francis and over at Selma University. The scholarship will be given to a total of 6. The first year, it'll be a total of 6. I have the criteria written out. I'm going to officially send that letter out to the Perry County Board of Education Superintendent, also to all of the principals of R.C. Hatch High School, Francis Marion High School, and Breakthrough. So the goal is to give 6. The goal right now, we've raised $1,750 so far. The goal is to raise $3,000 so we can give $500 apiece to each one of those deserving kids. And the criteria for it, you know, it ain't gonna be it's not just about you going to a 4-year college or anything. If you're getting a certification or whatever, we're trying to support any deserving kids. And we'll put the information out for it as far as with, you know, how they can go about applying it. Because I'm not trying to do this from I'm not trying to do this from like a organization piece. I just want people to show that you don't need all that to get stuff done, bro. Like, shout out to Travis Perkins for pledging some money. Also, too, I wanna give her a shout out. Young lady that didn't even know me. I had talked about it on the live, and she reached out. Let me see. Hold on, come on now.
Yeah,
here we
definitely gonna get in contact with you about that too.
Yeah, I hate it.
Make a donation to us,
man. And everybody that Tracy K, that's her Facebook name. I know that she's a lawyer, and Tracy K. Shout out to her for pledging to go to Breakthrough. And everybody that donates, I'm telling you right now, what you will get is you will get a total summation of what comes in and what going out. Complete transparency. And I want to end with that. Accountability and transparency is no longer optional.
True. Facts.
It's no longer optional. Like, you're not pissing on us, call it rain, and think we're going to accept it. It's no longer optional. You know, at the end of the day, that's the bare minimum of what you already should be doing. So why aren't you doing it?
True.
And why you mad because somebody asking questions? Like, hey, where's the budget? I'm going to say this. I got to say this, man. Marion, shout out to the city of Marion for doing a parade yesterday, right? But we got to ask ourselves, why did the city of Marion have to vote on borrowing a $100,000 line of credit to basically pay your bills for the last month of the year?
I want to know.
No, you see what I'm saying? That's a question, and you asking that question, why? And if you don't get the answers for it, you don't settle for that. Because I want people to know this. Alabama law allows you to impeach a mayor. You can impeach elected officials. You have that ability to do that.
That's true.
Because they have an obligation to do right by the people.
Yeah, I got that option.
You got that option. And this ain't personal. See, people would take this, what I just said, and this is what they're gonna say. He trying to get them to do. No, I'm telling you, that's an option. If they ain't doing what they're supposed to do, because honestly, public information, Alabama law talk about public information. Budgets, audits, any bills the city has, all of that should be provided to residents of the city. Period. Should be provided. That's public information. And Alabama had a law that they was trying to put in. It was Senate Bill 307 that they ended up tabling. But Senate Bill 307 was a bill that required all municipalities, city and locals, to put all that stuff on the website. But my question is, why you don't have it anyway? Because if you had it, then people have it. Then now, I'm all about this. If I'm not doing that wrong, and I put it out there, if you don't check it, then that's on you.
True.
This is where you can go check it at.
True.
But if I ain't got it out there at all, and people are asking, and I get an attitude because people are asking.
Now I have more questions.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's best just to be quiet, man. Sometimes it's just best to be quiet. Because there was a post that Mayor Dexter Hinton made, saying there was an outsider. I know he was talking about me. No, I'm just saying that my whole thing is this is not, everything that I've done, I call people names. And the reason why I did that because I don't want any confusion. Because nothing I'm saying is personal. Right? But a few days earlier, I posted the letter that ADEM sent. This is stuff that I had to find that was public information that wasn't shared by the city to the people. If you put it out there, right? And then the information that was provided, I came back and I said that the people was concerned about what happened with the $107,000. ADEM email that was a response from the new city council member, Miss Ann, I think Lee Croy, yeah. And Tenney, the new, is it Samuel Tenney? I know I'm misspeaking, but it was the two newest city council members, the one that just got voted in. They emailed ADEM to figure out what's been going on, and ADEM responded back, which was regurgitated everything that I already shared about that they gave them money. The only thing it provided clarity on was that they sent the money, it was a refundable grant. So basically the city had to pay the money first and they'd get reimbursed that money. But it still didn't tell the itemize on who paid what, how much this, but you know, how much this audit costs, this, that, and the third.
Right.
But at the end of the day, man, I'm here, I'm retiring, I got time, and change is coming, man. Change is coming. Positive change is coming. And if you're not gonna be part of that change, best of you get out the way or you're gonna get ran over.
Yeah, I like that talk. I like that talk.
No, it is. It's how I play football. Them 44 will come through the hole. Listen, either you gonna see me or you're gonna get dealt with. And it ain't about me, bro. It's not about me. It's about the community.
I like that talk.
And lastly, ain't nobody behind anything I'm doing. Because a lot of people want to spread rumors. You know, the rumors that only reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because my sister lost the election or somebody is paying me or somebody. Man, I'm doing what I'm doing because that's what I want to do. Period.
And we here to give you and anybody else. I was thinking about this on the way down here. This platform is for, you see a lot of podcasts and you see a lot of shows or stuff like that on the internet or TV, and they never give a voice to your common man. And I think we just one common idea away from greatness. We just one common idea away from change. So I don't think that this is not just for, this is for anybody who has a voice, anybody who has something that they feel like is, deemed to be put out there. If you feel like you need to talk, come sit down and talk to your people. Come voice it. This is Black Hole, the voice, the people's voice.
And I appreciate the invite. Really do, man. Just, keep doing what y'all doing, man. And, just as you're doing what you're doing, prepare for increase. And don't be weary in your well-doing. Don't be weary in your well-doing. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if one person watch or whatever. Stay on the grind. Have a standard of excellence in everything that you do. And I would just tell you, as you get them reps, it's just going to get better and better. And what a lot of people don't see, they may see certain stuff now, but they ain't seeing, man, the last 5 years I've been posting consistently on social media. Doing my own podcast, Conversation 9-8. You know what I'm saying? That days, weeks upon weeks, I maybe had one, maybe two people watch. But every week I'm getting better at how to talk, how to do certain things, better at editing. You know what I'm saying? Doing better at all of this stuff, right? People don't see that. They don't see what you did behind the scenes.
The actual work.
They don't see that, right? They don't see the years of submitting under good leaders and being mentored and being challenged in areas, being pushed out of my comfort zone. Like I use Grammarly, man. I pay for Grammarly, a yearly prescription for Grammarly on my phone to make sure that it helps me with certain words or how to say certain things. Because I'm country, right? I know that, right? But then it helps me. And like it's certain things that I've been around certain people, been exposed to certain professionals that are like, hey, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to read more. Like, man, I don't like to read. But reading articles and all this stuff, man, it just helps expand. Like I said, exposure leads to expansion, man. Take that step. The little things. You ain't got to do it all at once. Little thing. And a degree don't mean you educated. Just want to throw that out there. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All
man.
right.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Yes, sir.